Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you are in the world and what time of the day you're watching this video. My name is Jessica Corvo, and I consider myself a resilience expert. There are so many opportunities throughout the day for us to demonstrate resilience. And a lot of people ask me, what qualifies you as a resilience expert? And so last night, I had a situation that I would like to share with you guys to help illustrate my version of resilience. And a lot of people, I feel kind of forget that resilience is based on choice. Resilience is based on purification. Resilience is based on a process. Resilience is based on, if you don't get it right the first time, look for the opportunity to get it right the next time. But at the end of the day, there's no such thing as right or wrong. So all of that said, last night I had a situation where I had to go pick up my laptop. My laptop decided to have a date with a glass of water. The date did not go so well, and my computer decided that it didn't want to wake up. So I had to wait for the repair people to make a decision if the information on my laptop was salvageable. There's a lot of opportunities for resilience in there. How am I going to handle the situation? What am I going to do about it? Et cetera, et cetera. That's not the focus. The focus is on a very, very, very specific moment. So throughout the whole week, I was obviously very emotional. This is related to my businesses. This is related to my personal stuff. I mean, it's everything. My laptop had everything on there. And unfortunately, I didn't have a backup on everything. So this is a big thing for me. And while I'm at the computer store, I'm, going through the whole process, one, waiting for the computer, two, they asked me for an external hard drive, three, waiting to find out, if my computer data was able to successfully transfer. If not, what is the process for the damage control or whatever, the salvage excavation or whatever they call it. And obviously an unnerving process. So long story short, from that aspect, it was a situation for me. It was a moment. The moment of resilience was when I went to go pick up my computer, and the technician was such a sweetheart. They told me that the computer is sleeping, not to wake up. I was able to salvage all of the information. Everything is on your external hard drive. This is your motherboard or the brain of the computer to keep for your records. And there you go. And as the technician handed me over my laptop, I had a moment to just acknowledge the fullness of the situation. Now, yes, I just spent a few minutes talking about the information and the computer and all that. For me, the moment of resilience in context of my personal journey is on the corner of my laptop, I had a sticker, and the sticker was from my mother. It was the very last gift that my mother ever gave me. And the sticker said, "Guess who loves you?" And it was a picture of an album. And it's important for so many different reasons. And my mother was collateral damage during my personal story of domestic violence and family violence. So our relationship was strained and currently estranged, specifically because the person who was causing me harm realized they could no longer control me. So they started controlling all the people around me. So this is a very big moment because this is something that my mother gave me, the last thing that she gave me. So this isn't just losing a computer, this is closing a chapter. And so the moment of resilience is, again, the decision, right? As I'm being handed this computer, knowing that this is a sensitivity, I mean, the computer technician didn't know. And he had said, "Are you sure you want to take your laptop? Because it's just going to be like nothing more than a paperweight." As soon as he said that, I took a deep breath and I'm like, an inconvenient truth, nonetheless a truth. Me with my emotional attachment, I made that computer and that sticker to have a lot of meaning. It wasn't just letting go of a computer, it was letting go of a gift, a sticker, a connection between me and my mother. And I didn't say this, But as soon as I opened up the laptop, looked at the sticker, and I'm like, well, this is kind of important to me. The technician took a deep breath, realizing this is a little bit of an emotional situation, and said, would you like for me to help you remove the sticker? And then I took a deep breath, again, realizing I had the opportunity for a choice. I could have snapped back at the technician with, how come you don't understand? That was so rude. Well, obviously, I didn't do that. I just breathed through it, right? So the second opportunity for the breath was making the decision. Number one, how do I respond to that, to the technician? Number two, what am I going to do about the situation? So I said, can I just take a picture? So I took a picture of the sticker and keep it as a memory. And I was able to hand over the computer, the laptop, and I asked the technician to go ahead and recycle it for me. And then I walked down the street, I called one of my girlfriends and I shared the good news, and I just, yeah, celebrated the moment in its fullness, the ups, the downs, the reality of the situation, that what could potentially be the heaviness and everything. So I think when we're talking about resilience, if I was in that situation 1 year ago, I probably would have had a lot of tears. I probably would have lashed out. I probably would have felt very misunderstood and tried to defend myself and whatever emotions were cropping up. However, because I continue to do the work and because I continue to see everything as a process, I was able to be fully present in that moment, feel all the emotions that were kind of cropping up, make a decision on if I want to be attached to those emotions or if I want to stay in an observing position, which is easier said than done. It's a process. And then be able to respond in a way that wasn't going to, number one, hurt me, or number two, hurt other people. So I think, this story is very important. Number one, it's very personal. But number two, I think it's a beautiful way to illustrate the art of resilience. There's so many people that are talking about resilience, especially in context of the pandemic or World 2.0. And I would just like to remind everyone that we've officially just celebrated 1 year for the World 2.0. However, you are handling life 1 year ago can be very different than how you're handling life today. And so hopefully my personal story kind of helped you understand where I come from in terms of building resilience or strengthening resilience, or however you want to frame it. So if this story kind of resonates with you, and if you know somebody who might need a little help with responding to loss or growth, or just simply reframing situations until they're useful for you, feel free to share this video, drop a comment, share your own story, and help others kind of see on how you're able to define and strengthen your own personal resilience. Thank you for your attention, and I hope that you guys have a good day, evening, afternoon, whatever time of day it is.